Hi, so what we're looking at today is importing material into a Canvas class from another Canvas class. It's not very intuitive, particularly the search feature. So let's go ahead and look at the desktop and see what we need to do. Okay, currently this is an empty Canvas shell. This would be the class that CAMS creates for you for the next semester that you're going to teach. And what you would want to do is import the material from the existing class. You can use that to teach in the next semester. So the easiest way to do that, first of all, is to go over to the right-hand menu buttons, and we're going to import existing content. Now you'll notice that it tells you some information here that's good to know, but the main thing you want to be concerned with is this drop-down list, and we're going to import from an existing class. So we want to copy a Canvas course. And then we're going to search for the course using the Canvas course designation. In this case, I'm going to search for my computer maintenance class. And that's A01HY. And the current course that I'm teaching is Spring 2025. And I'm going to import that material into this course. Now, you'll notice that what you're putting into the search bar doesn't look anything like what you're finding in the results. It is that way, and it's not very intuitive. So it's easier to use the Canvas designation than it is to put what's in the list here. If you start out with A01HY, you'll get results, but you'll get results for welding and for English and American history and anything else that's A01HY. So if you'll use the Canvas and the school designation, you'll find that you get a lot fewer results and you can perform your search a lot quicker. Also, this little box, the results box, doesn't hold but about 25 or 50 results. So if you have a lot of courses, you're going to find that you may not be able to get them all in. And so you may not be able to find your course. So the easiest thing to do is put in the course designation that Canvas and the school both use to designate that class, the course number and prefix, and then the section number. No spaces. You don't want to put any spaces between these sections. And also, this is a number 0 and not a letter O. That can also be a problem. If you put the letter O in here, you'll get no results. So you want to make sure that that's the number 0. Then I'm going to copy from this class A01HY Spring of 2025. I'm going to copy all the content. If you select specific content, then after the material is pulled up, you'll have the option of picking the specific pages or assignments or whatever that you want. I'm going to copy all content and I'm going to adjust the dates. Now, I don't want to try to figure out which dates are where. So I'm just going to remove the dates because the important dates, the starting and ending dates for the class, are already going to be in your shell. I'm going to remove the dates from any assignments or anything like that because this can cause problems if you leave dates in there and then CAMS imports students in your class. A lot of times those students will get zeros for assignments that they haven't even done yet because Canvas looks at that and says, oh, you've got dates from last year and these students haven't turned in the assignments yet, so I should give them zeros. There is a way to fix that, or at least mitigate that a little bit. It doesn't completely fix it. If you have questions about that, contact me and I'll do a video on that issue as well. But regardless, we're going to remove the dates completely, and that will usually fix the issue. At that point, I'm going to add to the import queue. Essentially what this does is it allows the Canvas servers to pull the material from the old class and put it in the new shell. So we click this button. You'll notice it's down here in the import queue. It's been queued up, and the progress bar, when the servers begin, as they just did, now the job is running. So the progress bars are pulling the material in. This can take anywhere from 2 minutes to 15 minutes. Depends on how busy Canvas is at the time. And so we're just going to wait. At some point, I'll probably cut back out, and then I will pick back up when the import is completed. Okay, and at this point, you'll notice that the status says completed, the progress bar is gone, and the material has been copied. The way that you can tell that is to click on the home button or the home link up here in the navigation. And you should discover that all your content has been brought over and everything is there. All your modules should be. You do want to go back and look just to make sure. But yeah, everything appears to be where it's supposed to be. And at that point, then you have essentially prepared your class for next semester. Now, the thing that you still need to do then is to go back into the assignments and make sure that you edit the due dates. This is a little bit of an annoyance that you have to go back and do that and put them all in from scratch. But at the same time, it also prevents the possibility, or at least mitigates the possibility of your students the first week of school discovering that they have zeros for some of their assignments because the due dates, Canvas didn't let go of the due dates when it imported them into the new class. So it's important that you go back and check your due dates, check the assignments, make sure that all the links are doing what they're supposed to do. You would go back into settings, and then there's a link validator where it says validate links and content. You want to run this link validator, and it will go through and make sure that all your links are up to date. It's important that you don't just copy and paste content from one class to another, because what happens is if you copy, say, a picture from one class into another, the students in your previous class and you, as the instructor, will have permission to see that picture because it's in your previous class. The copy just makes a link to that previous class in the current class, and your current students will not be able to see that picture. So it's important that you use the import tool rather than copying and pasting material from your existing courses into new courses. Okay, so that's essentially how you would copy material or import material from one course to another course. If you have any questions about that, I can be reached at whiter@grayson.edu in the CIS building, Suite 105G. So if you have any questions about this or any Canvas related issue, come by and see me and I will do my best to answer your questions. Have a good day.